When we talk about the best horror games nowadays, games like Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill, and The Last of Us come up time and time again. But a game that does not get as much recognition in my opinion is Five Nights at Fred. Wait a minute, what's happening? I think Freddy's in mine! Five Nights at Freddy's excels in the horror genre and arguably started the theme of indie horror games. Scott Cawthon managed to make one of the scariest games of the decade with his incredible knowledge of horror, great designs for his set pieces, and the creepy designs of the animatronics. But let's slow down a bit and let's take a deep dive into the good and the bad of this game that started it all with Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott Cawthon created Five Nights at Freddy's after receiving negative reviews towards his previous game, the construction and management game Chipper & Sons Limber Co. Players and critics commented that players in the game were unsettling and animatronic-like in appearance. Although Scott was initially discouraged by this poor reception, Scott, who had previously mainly developed Christian-oriented games, eventually used all of this reception to inspire himself to make something intentionally scarier. So Scott developed this game in 6 months, and Five Nights at Freddy's was first released for PC on August 8, 2014, to positive reception, with reviews saying it's a simple take on the horror genre, labeling the game a fantastic example of how cleverness in design can be used to make an experience terrifying. People and critics also noted that its artistic direction and gameplay mechanics contributed to a feeling of brutal tension, but criticized it for taking too long when it launched, which I completely agree with. The story here is really simple. It's not as complicated as other stories in the franchise like Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location and Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This first game revolves around a character, aka yourself, who begins working as a night security guard at the infamous Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where these animatronics move at night and kill anyone they see by stuffing them into a spare animatronic suit. Pretty messed up, right? Even with a simple story, Scott put a lot of details to add lore into this game, like how the phone guy gives you calls on the rundown and tips at the start of each night, but suddenly disappears in night 5 and night 6, or the missing children's incident, or the infamous
Bite of 87?
All of these mysteries add lore and create an illusion that there's more to the story than there actually is. There is mainly 3 things you do in gameplay. You can close the door when you see or hear an animatronic coming your way. You can flash your light to see if any animatronics are near you and to brighten up the place. And you can squeeze Freddy's nose on the poster. How cute, I know. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The most important gameplay mechanic to tie all these other mechanics together are the security cameras. You can see if an animatronic is coming near you from other rooms with the security cameras. And certain animatronics can't move with the security cameras active, like Foxy and Freddy, making the security camera the most effective tool in gameplay overall. My only problem with this kind of gameplay style is how repetitive it is. The only thing you can do in this gameplay style are checking the cameras, checking the hallways with the lights, and closing doors. And all of these combinations make gameplay work really well together, but get repetitive really quickly, and it gets pretty boring at times just doing the same 3 things in gameplay. As the nights go on, the more energy you will lose, making the nights harder as they come along. And the animatronics will also become more aggressive as the nights go on, making this game pretty hard overall to complete. Even the main game, which only has 5 nights, is pretty hard to complete, and the 6th night is even harder than that, and the 420 mode is probably one of the hardest things in the whole franchise, which is crazy to me. And I love how when you begin playing this game for the first time, the game gives you no tutorial on how to play, really giving you the eerie vibe that no one's here to help you. Sure, the phone guy gives you tips, but they're very basic, and he disappears in later nights, so you're basically all on your own, and that makes a sense of fear knowing that you're all alone and there's animatronics trying to kill you, and you know that no one's going to save you but yourself. And a small thing, but a cool thing in my opinion, is that it's always gut-wrenching but satisfying when the power goes out, but it likely turns to 6 a.m. before Freddy jump scares you. It's very satisfying, and it's crazy. It's very heart-pounding when it happens, I can't even lie. And there's also a couple of game modes in this game, like the 6th night, which I talked about a bit before. But the best and the most iconic game mode in Five Nights at Freddy's is the custom night game mode, where you can change how easy or hard the animatronics try to kill you. I think this was a very good idea from Scott, and it seems like other people liked it as well, since this was in other Five Nights at Freddy games, and it even got its own very own game with Ultimate Custom Night. This game's visuals are very unique because while the visuals are very simplistic with very dark and grainy color palettes, simple color shadings, and simple designs of the animatronics, the visuals enhance the horror aspect of this game. The simple designs of the animatronics are a key factor into why they're so creepy and even scary at times here. And Scott makes the animatronic more complex in later games, losing some of that scare factor that these original animatronic designs have. But let's talk about the specific details of the simple animatronics. Let's first talk about Bonnie. Bonnie is based off a bunny, hence the name and bunny ears he wears. He also wears a bow tie, which is a theme of the animatronics, but the feature that makes him scary is his cold and gritty teeth and dead set eyes, which become apparent when he jump scares you. We then have Chica. Chica's based off a chicken, so Chica naturally has chicken-like aesthetics, like her fur and her iconic beak. The thing is that makes Chica scary is the grotesque way she does about anything. She walks grotesquely, she looks at you distortedly, and she jump scares you real distortedly and grotesquely. I know I said grotesque a lot just now, but the point is that Chica is scary in her own grotesque and distorted way. And I know this sounds surprising since no one thinks Chica's scary anymore because of her multiple redesigns and her very, very questionable fan art on the internet. But I can't lie, Chica's pretty scary here in this first game. We then have Foxy, who is based on a fox, with him having fox-like ears and fox fur. I do think Foxy is the least scariest out of the 4 animatronics just because of his appearance isn't as gut-wrenching and distorted as the other animatronics, and his jump scare isn't real scary in all honesty. But that doesn't mean Foxy himself isn't scary. He still does pack a punch, especially the first time you see him. Since Foxy is inactive on the first night when the phone guy tells you to look out for Pirate Cove, you are left with fear and wonder. When he makes his grand appearance, it's scary in all honesty. From him leaving Pirate's Cove to running down the hallway to finally jump scaring you. And last but certainly not least, we have the man, or should I say the teddy bear himself, Freddy. Freddy is an enigma because Freddy rarely comes out on earlier nights, and this gives you a lingering question. Why isn't Freddy coming to attack me? Is he a good guy? Is he just a plushie and non-animatronic? What is he? Why is he not attacking me? All of these questions are bundled up in your mind, and when he finally comes to kill you, it shocks you. You check the cameras because that's what you always do, but you can't see him. You search around for him, you check the hallways, you check the lights, you check the doors, you search and then Freddy is based from a teddy bear, so he naturally has soft bear-like aesthetics and has a unique bow tie just like Bonnie, and a top hat. How fancy, right? But Freddy isn't the scariest animatronic in this game, but his lack of presence and his mystery really makes him creepy in the worst way imaginable. We also have Golden Freddy, but he honestly is just a reskinned Freddy, so there's not that much to talk about in terms of him. But his jump scare is creepy, I guess. It's shocking, I can say that. But in general, Golden Freddy is just what his name is, Freddy but golden. But overall, the designs of the animatronics are great and really have that scare factor that Scott probably intended to have. The title screen really sets the tone for this game, with the title Five Nights at Freddy's in the corner, Freddy glitching in and out of the other corner, and the glitching TV effect to top it all off. Well, simple, this title screen excels in showing how this game will be like, a frightening thriller of sorts. The sound design is one of the biggest factors into the scare factor in this game. When you hear Chica banging the pots, Freddy's laugh, and seeing Bonnie and Chica through your door all have creepy and unsettling sound effects. This makes a great sense of fear and tension. Scott made a great effort to make every sound have some kind of fear-inducing meaning in this game, like how the fan is creepily always on and taking power until the power is out and the fan is finally gone, making for a too quiet experience. In general, sound design is done very well here. Upon Five Nights at Freddy's release, it became immensely popular and gained a sort of cult following. It was a top-selling game on multiple charts, and to be honest, Five Nights at Freddy's largely gained popularity due to its inclusion in several popular Let's Play videos that were uploaded to YouTube, notably Corey Kenshin and Markiplier's Let's Play videos. This success led up to the hyped-up development of Five Nights at Freddy's sequel, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this video. I really enjoyed making this video, honestly, because I love the Five Nights at Freddy's series so much. So I really did enjoy making this video and uploading it for you guys. But yeah, if you have any feedback at all, I would love to hear it in the comment section below. I love feedback and I love, criticism, so I can, make my videos better and for you guys to enjoy it more. But yeah, my next video, I don't know what it's going to be exactly. My Five Nights at Freddy's 2 review will be here soon enough, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, stay safe. I love every single one of you. And I'll see you on my next video. The chosen one out.
Was that the bite of 87?